Hola, hola, hola. Hey, White Tupac, how's it going? Cheers back. Anna, where you at? Oh, I'm good. How are you doing? Thank you for coming in, guys. Thank you. Hit the like button. So we can get pushed through the algorithm. My phone's updating. The link is in the comments, guys. If you want to come up, you're welcome to come up as long as you show your face and wave. DoorDash Revolution, where you at? You can have a Bible study if you want. Anybody down for a Bible study today? Hey, Amber, what's up? You can come up if you want. Link is in the chat. Finally made it to my live. Yep. I'm glad you finally came too. Hey. Look who it is. I didn't think you were going to show up.
Yeah. You didn't think so, huh? But I did.
You can come up, Amber, if you want.
So what everybody out to today?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see.
What's up, Chester the Gamer?
Hey, Chester, what's up? You want to come up, man? Oh, okay. What is there to talk about?
We got one to talk about. Anything new?
How are you guys this Friday? You guys got any plans for the weekend?
Where'd everybody at?
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, I'm still up.
Nope.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Oh, it did?
It takes forever to upload a video.
I'm glad to see you too, Amber. You can come up if you want.
Yeah.
Come up and talk for a minute.
Do you have any plan for the weekend, Brandon?
No, not for the weekend, no.
I hate one video. Oh, hey, Moon.
Hey, Moon, what's up?
There you are. You finally got the notification, huh, Moon?
You talk too much. Well, come up and talk it off.
Yeah, Moon.
No, that was Amber that said that. Oh, you're at work still, Moon?
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, don't be getting in trouble at work on your phone. Hey, British pin. What?
But I can't even say that.
Have you seen that person before?
Nope.
Huh. Do they have a channel?
Again, telling them 50 my video.
Hey,
Hey. Wait, could we hear Amber?
you there, Amber?
Okay, did I succeed?
I think you did.
And no echoes?
Nope.
Yes.
All good.
Seems to be a delay.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Huh.
Huh, that's weird. I didn't meant another live ago. Wow.
Huh?
I missed so many live earlier, I guess.
Oh.
That's weird. This is so weird. I never get notification.
Okay, hold on.
I don't get any either.
Yeah. Her internet must have crashed.
Probably.
It's good to see you, man.
I'm glad you came in, Moon.
Everybody, huh. Oh, I heard that you're going to rock, huh?
Oh, okay. All right.
John probably celebrating his birthday.
Oh, yeah. Is he drink? Yeah, he was talking
Oh,
about.
hey, John.
Yeah, he was talking
Happy
about.
birthday.
Yeah, he was talking about going and getting some drinks, huh? Oh, you still at the hospital?
Oh, how's your sister doing, John?
Hello?
You there, Amber?
Okay, can you hear me?
Hello?
You there, Amber?
Yes. Okay, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You there, Amber?
All right, there shouldn't be no echo now.
What's up?
I just I don't like dealing with this delay. You know, they're saying that all the internet's going to go down.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And today it's been like really glitchy, completely shutting down my TV, my laptop. Y'all can hear me all right, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to be a hindrance at all.
No, you're good.
Okay. And I think I've got my YouTube page shut off.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was echoing. But anyway, I missed you guys. It's been a while.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
dang.
Yeah, I don't know why my icon's not showing my face. I put up a new picture
That's
of
right.
me, but it's not on there.
Hmm.
Now I'm looking at my phone. It's saying there was a problem with the server. Retry. It doesn't matter because I'm not on my phone anyway.
Right.
But and I can see the chat. No, I can't see the chat. Let me hit comments. Not that it matters. I'm not really interested in the chat. I just not when I'm up here with you guys talking. So how has been things been going in y'all's area where you're at?
Oh, LA. I don't know if you know, but LA is crazy in itself, man.
Yes.
So
Well, see, I was born in Orange County, Riverside, like March Air Force Base. But my parents took me away from there as a child, as an infant, actually. So I've heard a lot about California, and I keep up with what's going on all over California. You
yeah.
know, the weather, the people, different things, and I've got connection to of a few friends that I went to school with that moved out to California.
Mm,
You know, but I have a special interest because that's my birthplace. But I think it's God blessed us by letting us leave California right after I was born. Yeah, we came all the way to the East Coast.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because I surely would have been dead by now if I'd have been
Brandon,
dead.
John said he thought you were
Yeah.
standing in the PayPal.
I know. I know. Yeah. When I get to it, John. Yeah. When I can, I'll get to it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
Brandon. I'm gonna need you to send me some funds too. I'm gonna need you to take care of that right away. And you know, I'm just kidding. I do not need. Oh, everybody needs things, but seriously,
Right.
I'm good to go. I'm good. I help people all the time. Therefore, I get helped back, but not by them.
Well, see, the thing
Right?
is, I help people, but nobody ever tends to help me back. It's a bunch of bullshit.
You know what it is? You got to pay it forward to those that are deserving, but you've tried, so now you got to
All
try
right, John, be
a
careful out
different
there.
way.
Happy birthday again.
It took me years to get a return on my investments, and I wasn't investing to get a return. But
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? So you can weed out. Look, somebody asked for you. Some asked for. I'm not saying he did, but as an
Well,
example,
well, I told him I would since today was his birthday.
ah,
He turned 66 today.
oh
Yeah,
my goodness,
John.
Yep. So yeah,
66.
I told him I'd help him out with a few dollars.
Wow, that's gracious of you. It really is. But if somebody well, they look, I'm probably gonna start something. I don't want to,
Oh no, you're good. Go ahead.
Brandon. If I tell you I'm gonna send you something for your birthday, and I don't, you gonna ask me for it? You gonna ask me to, hey, remind you, you forgot to send my birthday gift.
I know,
Really?
right?
Oh, come on. Life is not that serious to worry about a gift. You know, I'm not a troublemaker.
I know that. Yeah, these people are crazy. I don't know why he had to remind me.
What's up,
That's
Bob?
embarrassing, actually, to do that to you in public. And I want y'all to know, I want you to know that I go on 3 different live shows every day, and I testify and I witness to God, and I don't lie
Mm,
anymore. Everyone has lied. Everyone's stolen something, even if you were 5 years old when you did it. So we're all liars and thieves at one point. But when you ask for that forgiveness, that's washed away. So I'm not a liar no longer. When I told my mama, I said, Mama, I don't lie. She goes, I know that you don't lie. I said, but I used to, but not very much. But when I tell you right now, I do not lie. I might lie to save one of my child's lives, but God's gonna forgive me for that because He knows my heart. God knows your heart behind things. Now, I'm not trying to get religious on you, but it's a spiritual thing. And I'm very impressed at you, Brandon, by when I was saying I need to go to the liquor store and you said don't do it. I didn't go. That's all I had to do is somebody echo that in my ear. Don't go, And I hope I'm not boring you.
No, you're good. Just say what comes to mind.
Ooh-wee. Okay. All right. Then you put your belt. Y'all put your seatbelts on. Buckle up.
Hey, lock and load. Let's
Lock
go.
and load. Lock and load. Because let me tell you, I may not say anything, and it's clearly crystal clear and obvious when someone is being rude to you in a chat. They don't have to say a word. Actions speak louder. Don't watch the actions, watch the moves. I'm not even gonna call the name, but they've been rude to me for their last time. That's it. Not that I meant anything, but you don't mean nothing to me. Because God's got me. He gives me the intuition. We all have it. He gives me the intuition to wash my hands of certain people.
People take kindness for weakness.
Yeah, I start talking about certain. Oh, we got to go. Hey, I'll catch y'all all later. All of a sudden, boom, shut me down. Let me tell you something. You shut your own self down when you shut down a blessing. Somebody needed to hear what I had to say. Somebody needs to hear those verses you read, Brandon. Trust.
Well, barely anybody hears them.
You know what? We all crawl before we walk. And
I guess maybe you're not right now. Maybe nobody's hearing them, but maybe one day we'll see.
Brandon, we are in a now world. Hey, if drive-through ain't fast enough for you, try going back to the day where you got to light up 4 burners and cook a meal. See how long you wait on dinner then. Oh, it took me 5 minutes in drive-through. I couldn't believe it.
Damn.
Really? You better stop rushing through to your death because it's coming. And the faster you go, the harder you're going to hit that wall. And, if people, I asked for several people to help me with the StreamYard. And I heard what you said.
And no help came.
But you know what? God didn't want me to, and I promise you, everything is connected to the spirit. It wasn't meant for me to have my own StreamYard and my own channel because I can go on other people's channels and I fill up their time quickly and I'm helping them grow. Not saying I'm all that, and I don't want nothing in return. I just have a word that needs to be delivered, right? And I noticed, and I watched the numbers. I watched their numbers grow, and it's got to be, I must be saying something worth hearing. And you continue to do what you do in the manner that you, hold on, I got to mute it for a second. Hold on. I'm fighting all that. I put a ton of diatomaceous earth in my coop and my chicken runs, and I'm stubborn. I didn't wear a mask, and I'm paying for it. I hope I get over it soon, but you can die from that stuff. But I'm like, oh no, I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna die yet. We don't determine that, but God does.
Exactly.
And I've just really, and I'm not gonna lie, and I ain't gonna hide it. I've been real interested to talk to you. Real interested, driven almost to talk to you, to talk
Well,
with you,
well, where you been?
trying to connect, trying to connect. Look, you said somebody asked you how many subscriptors, or I think she might have 15 or 20. I'm like, he just ain't knowing. He don't know. I started my channel over. I only have like 200. I know it's over 210. Well, I'm gaining like 4 to 6 people. I'm gaining at least. I don't want to tell no lies, but I think I'm gaining um, maybe 4 or 5 people a week.
Mm,
And I'm not trying to grow. I'm not trying to grow.
right.
Hey, I'll go on one channel and they remember me from another, and they remember my stories,
Yeah.
and they remember the meaning. And
Stories goes a long way.
his story, your story, my story, her story, it's all
Yep.
history.
Yep.
Every bit, everyone has a story, and it all is important.
What's
Every bit
going
of it.
on, brother?
What's happening, Brandon? Good to see you, brother.
What, what?
I'm glad you popped in.
Cool. Well, I'm thankful to have popped in.
Who is that?
Hey, I'm glad it wasn't nobody else.
It's all good, brother. We having some fun over here. I don't, we just been getting ready for we got a meet up here tomorrow, and so we're just trying to get ready. Hey, Hannah, and I'm sorry I don't see the name of the other person.
I don't see yours either. And I'm Amber Angel.
Hey,
Amber
Hang on. I'll fix that.
Amber Angel's truth.
Okay, well, you could. I gotta. In fact, some people accuse me of having a split personality because I've got about 5 channels.
Let me
Um,
tell you something. We all got split personality. They're not split. They're just defined in certain ways.
there we go. But
That's
Hey,
all it is.
let it be known.
there we go. Amber Angel. Hey, how you doing, Amber?
All right.
I'm.
God bless you.
You can call me YouTube Police. You can call me Belt Loop 29. You can call me Gary. Just don't call me late for supper. I'm
Or
I,
okay.
I
or
do recognize you as
shithead.
Belt Loop. Belt Loop.
Yes, ma'am. I do have. That is my main channel. Is Belt Loop 29.
Or
Yeah, I've
shit
actually
or
watched
shithead
you on it
or
before.
shithead 29.
And I see Tile Rob up in here and
Yeah,
John
what's
yeah,
up,
Paul.
Rob?
John Paul, I was on your channel earlier, letting it run for a little bit. I just wasn't saying anything. I was doing a little lurking today, and I had some things that I wasn't able to pay as much attention to all the lives today because I had some things I was trying to take care of.
I was at work while he was live.
So anyhow, the
yeah.
I don't know if I've seen Tile Rob's live stream for Tile Rob, but it's good to see you. Anyhow, um, I mostly what I do these days is the live streaming. So it's just I do play videos, but the whole purpose of me playing them is just trying to help people with watch hours. So right now,
I appreciate for all you guys coming in. I appreciate it.
the
I like the live streams are so much better.
you like what?
The
Yeah,
lives are so much better.
hey, I'm right there with you.
And
It's
when
rare
people
for me
don't,
to get to watch a video these days, but I still play them. Mainly, like I said, for there's so many people out there. It's hard to get to everybody. In fact, there's no way on God's green earth you're gonna be able to watch everybody's.
Oh
Um,
no! Hell no!
that's right. That's right.
so, so I just make it a point. I hop on live streams. It's kind of like meeting your friends down at the pub or something.
That's what I do. I get on lives. It's so much better because if you catch someone after, like Brandon, I've been trying to catch up with him forever. Couldn't catch him live. It must have been God sent. I turned on the thing, looked at my phone, said Brandon's recovery went live 5 minutes ago. I said, really? Okay, let's see. So I got up on here, and then the internet went down,
Yeah.
and it came back up. It went down twice, and then I said, well, I don't know. Is God telling me I don't need to do that? Is that what He's been trying to lead me, that I don't need to do that? And then boom, here we are.
Yep. But
So yeah, it's much better to go live, even if you don't have anybody on your live, in your chats. They can go ahead and catch other people later on down the road. They can catch it and rewatch it.
well, yeah. I mean, here's the thing though. Live streams are good for a couple of things. First of all, I'm sorry, Brandon. I'm talking a lot, and it's your live stream. I
No,
don't.
you're good.
Um, I'm pretty opinionated on a lot of this stuff on YouTube because I think I know something. And you know, anytime you find somebody who thinks they knows a little something, they're gonna talk a lot. It seems like.
Oh
Well,
my God, are you trying to tell me something?
I'm just stating what I see as the truth.
I
And
talk a lot, a lot.
but when it comes to live streams, you're
Y'all are
right.
fine, man.
You are 100% right, Miss Amber. The fact is that live streams do also allow you to create content.
Yep,
Now,
that's
sometimes
right.
it's interesting, sometimes it's not.
Right,
Most people are not going to watch a live stream over again. It just,
right.
it's rare. But
Because of how long they are.
that's
Yeah,
well, that's right. Unless if they're now if you're discussing a topic that they're passionate about or something, maybe. But let's face it, how many times do we create content that's that's just always usually it's people live in the moment and
in the
the
now.
this
You're gonna listen for 10 minutes and get out.
Right there,
well
Bob.
and it but these things are here to build watch hours.
See you
Um,
later, Rob. Thank you for coming in. Thank you.
Hey, I need to interrupt. I need to be rude for just a second. In 10 minutes, I gotta go lock down my birds.
All right.
So when I gotta go do that, I
You
hope that
better
y'all.
not forget. You better not forget about me.
I won't, and I will be back, and y'all better be here. No, like that's the thing. You can't do nothing to nobody on here. You can't do nothing except you know talk about it. Anyway, I like to talk bull too sometimes. But anyway, I'm just letting y'all know in 10 minutes I'm gonna disappear. I'm gonna stay up on the. If you want me to stay up on the panel, I'll
Don't
stay up
don't
here.
don't disappear too long.
I won't. I won't. Look, I got to before. Look, I'm sorry, Mister Belt Loop.
oh,
Look,
you're good.
I done shut the belt loop down. No, I'm just kidding. But I got attacked by my rooster right before my internet went down. And I'm telling my sister, I said, "Look, I'll just tell you this real quick. Uh, I pulled my pants legs up above my knees, right, and I went outside, and I did it so that none of the fire ants would get on me, because they'll crawl up your pants, you won't know it, and then they'll get in your shirt. So I pulled them up above my knees so I could feel them crawl up my leg before they get too far. But my rooster didn't like that. He's like, them some real bright sticks you got going. So he attacked me for the first time. He tried to light me up with them bullets on his legs. So I had to beat my. I never have hit one of my birds, but it was either me or him, y'all. So I'm hoping when I go out there, if I don't come back, you know what happened.
Oh
And I'm
Lord.
done. I'm just saying.
Hey,
Sorry.
that's you good. Fact is that we used to have a rooster as mean as all get out, and his name was Tweety. In fact, some of my stickers are of Tweety. I'm literally you can go on to see my stickers, and you'll see where they've got Tweety is first a picture of him, and then a picture of him as a bucket of fried chicken.
Oh
The
my God.
well, we didn't actually fry him. That was just what I kept threatening him with. Um, but I did have a friend of mine that said he wasn't doing no good at our house. He was in his own little chicken condo, and
Oh,
so we ended up letting my buddy over at Vaughn Homestead. That's the name of his channel. I've got some two really 2 or 3 interesting videos about tweeting on my channel that people seem to really like. I thought it was funny. One of them I had to catch him with a sheet because he's a smart bird.
They're
And
very intelligent.
this one, he waited till I turned my head before he attacked. But I didn't turn it so far where I couldn't see him. And as soon as he went to attack, I threw that sheet over him and wrapped him up pretty quick. But now he's over at the Vaughn Homestead. In fact, I've got 2 of his youngins, out here now. He gave me, Vaughn gave me 2 of his youngins. So
Well, this big boy I've got, he's the biggest one I've got. Besides the Brahma, which I sent to a children's petting zoo, which I regret. But he'll wait until I turn my back to start walking away. But I walk with sticks now, 2 sticks, one in each hand.
Yeah.
But he caught me without a stick and my pant legs up. I bet you I don't do that again. But I bet you he don't either. And I've got 11 roosters.
That's a lot of roosters. You must have a lot of chickens.
Wow.
Well, I did have. I've lost over 200 since the COVID started. I lost a total of 200. I was losing at least 1 to 3 a day, and then for a while I was losing 5 a day. I'm like, they say God won't put on you more than you bear, but I think I'm about to be overloaded.
Well, how many? 200 out of how many?
Well, I'm down to 5 hens. Well,
Okay.
yeah, I'm down to 5 hens and 11 roosters. But I've got my son gave me his hens, so I've actually got 12 hens and 11 roosters.
Well, what was killing them?
Man, that's a long story.
Well,
I guess God said you don't need to take care of that many.
You know what? That's what people kept telling me. And a lot of them were babies that I hatched, but I made the mistake of letting this guy come in. And my original flock, I sold over half of it. I had 87 then. And I sold them. He come in with disease on his boots. Does that explain something to you? I'm talking the poultry, Georgia Poultry came and ran a bunch of tests on my birds. And I took 5 to the lab. After they died, I kept them on ice and took them to the lab.
Wow.
And that was 2-hour drive just going there. And then they took several when they left here that they told me, these are sick. They're going to die. I said, take them. So they had salmonella, E. coli, and about 6 other things, coryza. And I even let them take a rat. And there's a long story behind that, but the rat was carrying E. coli.
Do you raise rats, or was that just one that happened to be around?
Well, I was raising rats unintentionally. I had just started. I didn't know you're not supposed to leave the feed out. Oh. You leave the feed out, you attract rats. Rats attract snakes, right? And I had a problem with the snakes too, but I eradicated them rats. I sure did. I got rid of all of them. There ain't no more rat problem here.
Hey, now I got a friend of mine, my buddy over at the Vaughn Homestead. He used to raise snakes and he raised, rats. Rats, I think mice too. He would sell those to folks to feed to their snakes and other critters.
Yeah.
But he had him a whole setup for that. But that's a whole nother story. But he's the same fellow that we gave Tweety to, and now he's focusing on raising chickens.
Well, I got 12 cats, and they've killed 5 snakes as in the last few weeks, and everything else. And I'm not going to have a rat problem again. For one thing, I diligently bring their feed out during the morning, and at night, I put their feed up an hour before it's time for them to roost, and they clean up anything that's left on the ground. And then I have a walk-in coop. I don't believe after my snake experience that I'm going to reach into anything to get some eggs. No, sir. No. I've got videos up of the snakes and...
Well, I like snakes.
I do too. I'll catch them. My sister said, how you going to catch a 6-foot snake? I said, well, first of all, you got to be very careful. And because they can still bite you.
I'd rather a snake than a spider.
Oh, I can't stand a spider. I lose a lot of sleep at night about spiders. But my cats, they take care of my front door and my back door as far as spiders go now. The cats are a good thing. People are like, I bet you got fleas, and it's, look, no, I don't have fleas. I don't have any kind of issues no more. And all my cats are fixed. Well, they're 5 kittens. 5 of the kittens, they're weaned as of like 3 days ago. Now mama kitty's gonna go get fixed. And her first litter, both of the females were pregnant, and I hated to do it, but I had to terminate because I got neighbors that'll shoot these cats.
Yeah.
And I hope like hell if I catch whoever ever kills one of these cats, because each one of them is at least worth $200. That's how much it costs to take them and get them fixed and all their shots. And I've done that.
Well,
So,
I don't know if I'd say they're worth $200.
well, I
I'd
put that
say
much.
I'd be more likely to say each one of them cost, somebody to, if they're going to raise them right, $200.
Yeah, yeah, and then they take care of vermin. I'm always having to. Man, I'm so tired of seeing them eat things, and I feed them all the time. There's a constant bowl of food out until dark. I put it up because the little possums like to come up and stuff like that, but they're
Well,
scared of the cats.
you want to get rid of. I mean, you want to get rid of possums and raccoons if you raise the chickens. Those things are bad for chickens.
Absolutely.
But anyhow, I'm sorry. I'm I seem to be monopolizing the conversation.
I am too, and I need to stop because I got to go put my chickens up. I'm
Well,
sorry, Brandon,
No, you're good.
but God is in all of it. God's got it worked out for me because He knows the struggle was so real. Look, people say they're just chickens. Let me tell you, the death of a chicken can be very disheartening and very, very. I mean, especially when they die in your hands, because it got to where I was sending them. In the later part, I was holding them until they died, and it was heartbreaking. But everybody's in quarantine and all this, and I was stuck here, and I'm got these chickens dying, and I was sick too, and I'm like, what in the world, God? Are you trying to show me something? He's like, yeah, stop feeding the rats because they bring disease. Nah, that's not what the message was. I was just kidding about that, but I'm not bored at all. I got my hands full. Everybody's like, I don't know how you do it. Well, you do it because you want to. Don't do it because you have to. That goes with anything.
yeah.
And you can learn a lot from chickens. You sure can. They're very smart. Mine are trained. They're trained. I don't have a bit of problem. Never have had a bit of problem getting them to do what I need them to do. Go where they need to go. My son said, Mommy, you do too much. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, why are you switching their cages, switching them around, letting some out and then putting some in and all this mess? I'm like, look, first of all, I don't want no raccoons and I don't want no opossums getting them. And I want them to be able to free range, and I keep an eye on them. I check on them. It's like I'm a guard or something.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my appointed thing. That's what I want to do. I've done all the hobbies and people. I've done everything. I ain't interested in nothing else no more. I'm good to go. Right with God's creatures. That's right. And a few of you good folks, when I can find good folks on YouTube. And I'm talking about not these treacherous, trifling ones that they'll be smiling in your face and turn on you. You'll catch them turning on you.
You know that's right.
Hey, I want to call 2 of them out so bad, Brandon. I want to call them out so bad. They know who they are because they know what they're doing when they do it.
Shoot! There's more than 2 of them.
Well, let me tell you, Brandon. I got an email. Hey, you were on the live that I was on. Well, I wasn't on the live feed, but I was in the chat.
Mm.
And the way they treated me, I just said, you know what? I'm going to check my email. I went and I was looking for an email from you. And someone sent me an email and invited me to a private chat on a live feed, but it was a try. You click on the link they send you and you go into this personal group of everybody. Like, say us four were on a personal conversation. Nobody else could be on it or anything. And they said, we saw how they were doing you and I don't understand it. And they were talking about that person, talking about how they do people. I'm like, and they said, and I can't believe you didn't just say something. I'm like, you know what? They know what they're doing.
Hey, Amber, would you do me a favor?
Sure.
Is there any way you could drop your link? I'm just curious about your channel.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay.
But it just I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I don't think I have any. Well, Hannah's a moderator, but I don't know if she can do it or not.
I'll tell you what, when I get off of here, when we get off of here, I'll go to the belt loop. I think I'm subscribed to your belt loop.
You might
If
be.
not,
Let me go take a look.
if I'm not, I will subscribe and then you'll see me and you can click on it.
Well, give me just a minute and hang on. I think I got a way of looking. Because I very well may be subscribed to you, or you may be. I don't know. It's hard to say when.
You got so many. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy.
Well, I've got a little over 2,200, almost 2,300 subscribers.
And you know, you can't get that many people in a chat and have a good conversation anyway.
Well, they don't all come to my chats. In fact, I don't have a way of looking it up. How many subscribers do you have?
Only like 212 or 218.
Well, you'll have people that'll come into your lives, and then you'll have people that are just subscribed to you that watch your videos and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, see, here's the thing, and a lot of people are interested in, and it'll take me a minute to get there because I got to scroll through all my subscribers.
Okay. Well, look, I'm gonna go put all these children's of mine to bed.
All righty.
And I hope like hell I ain't gotta hit that rooster again, man. I pull my legs down so he can't be blinded by my bright white legs. He's probably like, because I always have colorful pants on, right? They enjoy color. I know it sounds silly, but they do. And he was shocked by my legs. He's like, oh my God. Look, he's gonna kill me. He's trying to kill me. He's like, I don't know who you are, but I don't recognize them. So you got to go. All right, y'all. I'll be back.
All right.
See y'all in a few.
Okay.
Right.
If you hear any cat meow, I'm gonna leave my microphone open and stuff. And y'all tell me when I get back if my cat. Somebody tells me he cries when I go outside. If y'all hear a cat crying, let me know when I get back. Because he's my indoor cat. And when I go outside, he may cry.
Well, I mean, if you need to back out, you can.
I want to know if he cries when I go out. I do.
Sure.
And if I back out, I may not be able to get back in. So,
all right.
Now that goes. I would say that's what she said, but I don't want to start nothing. So.
Well, I do appreciate you four lovely people that are here. Thank you.
Oh, are you going to close? Are you getting ready to close down?
Oh no.
Okay, I'll be back.
So what's up,
No, he's
Brad?
not. What do you mean? Right,
not
Brandon.
much. Oh heck no, we just got here, man. We're just now getting an hour in.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all, check this out.
Oh wow.
Where we?
I found that in my worm bin.
Wow.
He's huge.
It is huge.
I thought it was a
Wow.
Now
snake.
I need something to wipe my hands off with. So the
Says she found in her worm bin.
here you go, babe. Yeah, my wife.
Yeah, I have 5 worm bins.
My
Oh,
wife
wow.
does. She does a lot of things. She's got chickens.
Wow.
We've got goats. We've got rabbits. We've got worm bins. Apparently,
You got
we
a
have.
farm.
I know she raises mealworms. She does, a lot of stuff like that.
You got a
And she works a
farm.
40-hour-a-week job. Tries to take care of me somewhat. I think I'm probably lowest on the totem pole. All right, come here, sweetheart. But anyhow, she's an impressive lady. And
Hannah, where's DJ Wraith and Brooklyn and all them?
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh.
For that matter, I find myself wondering if Cole is alive.
Hannah,
Yeah.
do you know? Have you seen DJ Wraith at all lately?
No, I haven't. I have no idea what he was live earlier, Brandon.
He was.
Yeah.
Huh. See, I don't even get them people's notifications. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you don't want to hear something funny. Well, I don't know if it's funny, strange, or different, interesting, unusual. I'm not exactly sure which is the right word, but I'm connected with, as far as
No, I
people.
don't feel here.
Oh, hey, Moon.
Good to see you again, Moon. I know I saw you earlier, but good to see you again.
You still at work?
I
Yeah,
think
DJ was live streaming, Brandon. That was that.
Oh, okay. All right.
okay. Let's see here. I think I can find. Let me see. Here it is. Amber Angel's Truth. Is that the same one? No, it's not. Apparently, there's more than one channel under the same thing.
Let's see here.
That's good, Moon. That's good, Moon.
Doesn't look like
Wait,
the
why
same.
do I have to show up? That's good, Moon.
Doesn't look like
Wait,
the
why
same.
do I have to show up? Hey, Brandon, that you?
Yeah. Here, I'm about to drop her link right now.
Hey,
Right now.
It actually takes an active effort to meet a lot of, for the most part, to meet new people. Okay, I'm not connected with her, but I am now.
You see it in the chat?
Yeah, I did. I just clicked on it.
Okay.
And
yeah, I see it in the chat now.
I'll connect with her on at least 2 channels so that it will. Let me switch back. No, I'm good right there. What I'll do is, for that matter, while I'm at it, I'll go ahead and swap over to my other channels. And I'm not subscribed on all of them, so I'll go through and connect on them and hit the like button Never hurts to do that. But I am on at least 2 though. 3. I was connected on 3 channels and not on 2. So I fixed that, and I'm pretty sure I hit like on all of them. I'm so scatterbrained sometimes it's hard for me to pay attention. But,
It happens to the best of us.
you know, unfortunately. And guess what? The older you get, the worse it gets.
And wiser.
Well, they say that. I think that's just an excuse for putting up with us old folks. But I don't know that I'm any wiser than I was when I was young. Maybe. I do know that I'm a lot different person than I was when I was young.
Yeah.
When I was a youngin', man, talk about a hedonistic person. It was, you know, just interested in one thing, chasing girls.
Yep.
And, in fact, my wife wouldn't even go out with me to begin with. She knew my reputation.
And you probably thought who would want to?
No, I thought I was God's gift to women back then. So, hey, I don't know how to tell you about that time without sounding convinced or annoying or
Shoot your shot, man.
well, I was the way I looked at it. You know, I was a good looking, could spit some game with the best of them, could dance, could dress to a T. I was convinced of my own importance, and
Mm.
it was another time. It was another, it was different. Um, the and I dated. Uh, Somebody was talking the other day about body counts, and by body counts, and
Right.
I don't remember. That may have been. I think that was on Rice 320, or Cole was co-streaming. I think at the time, and
Mm.
anyhow, I quit counting at a as far as body counts and people to pay attention, that type of thing. I quit counting around 100, and most of those most of those were not. It's not like I was trying to have one night stands and all this type of thing. Although I wouldn't shy around, I never shied away from it. But I was, from my perspective, I was looking
Who wouldn't?
for the. Well, I certainly didn't. Um, hey, if a woman wanted to use me back then for that type of thing, I was all for it. But then I
Right.
found my wife, and she's the only one for me.
The one standing in the door.
The one standing in the door. That's right. Well, hey, you got to admit, baby, I've calmed down a lot since I got,
You have. And it took a long time.
it took a long time. That's true. Well, you got to understand, you had.
You were a playboy.
I was a playboy. That's right. I was a player, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
In fact, I had dated about half the girls she worked with. That's why she wouldn't go out with me to begin with. So, and they all told him, "Hey, don't go out with him. He'll love you and leave you."
She pretty much waited till you got that all out of your system first.
Well, I don't think that was it, because I was still playing, I guess, at the time. There was 2 girls that was working where she was a hostess for a restaurant called Shoney's, and the there was 2 girls up there I was interested in. One was her, and the other was this cute little old blonde, you know, blonde out of a bottle, no doubt. But she would wear these, she painted her fingertips that bright red, and she'd wear that red lipstick, she was pretty. Anyhow, those were the two girls I was interested in, and I'd go up there. I'd sit down, order me a cup of coffee, and some apple pie, and I'd flirt a little bit, and I'd eat my apple pie, drink my coffee, and I'd leave. Well, the at one point, and I would flirt with her, and I'd say, "Hey, when me and you going out?" She says, "I don't think my boyfriend would like it if I went out with you." I said, "Well, if you tell him, that's on you. I ain't gonna tell him." You know, and we just, we go back and forth, and she kept maintaining she had a boyfriend. She didn't have no boyfriend. She was just, using that as a excuse not to go out with him. That's
Right.
fine. There was still another young lady out there I was interested in, but since I hadn't dated either one of them at that point, I was kept coming. Well, finally, she invites me to her birthday party. I go to her birthday party, and she wouldn't. My wife wouldn't. My now wife would not speak to me. Didn't speak to me, say a word to me the whole time.
Huh.
She may have said hello, but that was about it. Anyhow, so I says, "Man, there's too many women out there for me to be worrying about this." You know, I was, in fact, well, I won't go into that. But the bottom line is women were plentiful back then. And so I would go through and I went through and just set it right down there, darling, on the table, but underneath the TV. No, on the table. There we go. Thank you. I know. Well, you should have put some more clothes on. Anyhow, the so I'd go and I'd be flirtatious and uh, anyhow, so we went through and there was still a girl up there I was interested in, even though I'd done decided I wasn't, I didn't want anything to do with my wife.
Right.
And so I came up there, and when I come in the door, she told me, "I've decided I'm gonna let you take me out." I looked at her. I said, "What in the world? Why in the world would you think I'd want to take you out?" And she said about the only thing that would make me reconsider taking her out. And she told me, she said, "I've just, I've thought about it, and I've been awful mean to you. You know, if you'd still like to take me out, I'd like to go out with you." I pondered it for a minute. I said, "Well, okay, fine." Typically, if I went, had an experience like that, I'd had a couple of instances where, I'd gone out with somebody twice where we didn't hit it off the first time. But typically, the second date or whatever didn't go any better than the first. So, I kind of made a rule for myself that I wasn't going to, second chance, no way, no how.
I
This one
never
gonna
been
get
cried man.
What?
The guy never took cried on the side.
Where?
Hey, Charles D.
But that Charlie D.
He says, "Shabbat Shalom to all. I pray you all have a restful Sabbath." Well, thank you, Charles D.
You as well, Charles.
The anyhow, I'd gotten to the point where I wasn't giving second chances, but she said that, and I said, "Okay." Well, we went out, again, and we've been together ever since. Well, more or less, but that's another story. After we got married, she kind of, well, I guess the only way I try to keep my language proper on here, but she kind of pissed me off. So, we split up for like a month, a year or so later. But we got back. But sorry for rambling. I just have a tendency.
Yeah,
I
you're
like
good.
telling.
You're good. I just got me a bowl of ice cream,
Oh, sweet. What kind?
chocolate chip.
Oh, dude, that's really good. You're putting a hurting on me here.
All
Love
right, now,
chocolate.
Hey, she
Welcome
made
back,
it back.
Amber. Welcome back, Amber.
Welcome
Well-
back.
So what happened? Ice cream. What?
Man,
Yep.
oh yeah, she heard ice cream and she came back, man.
Look, I got ice cream in the freezer, outside freezer. I've had it for 3 months because
Did you say hazelnuts?
I promised I was not going to eat it. So they put it in there to torture me. I didn't even buy it.
Why would you put ice cream in the freezer that you weren't going to eat?
Well, I didn't buy it. I promised them that I had the strength not to eat it. And they're like, okay. All right. It's still in there.
Yeah, I only have ice cream every once in a blue moon.
Right. And I told them, I said, look, if you find it gone, you know what happened. I mean, don't test me. Not with some ice cream. Because I was getting that Kroger has a brand called Death by Chocolate.
Oh, that's some good stuff.
Oh, I
Oh,
would eat
yeah.
the whole entire thing.
Wow.
And I ain't talking about my pint. I'd eat
I
half
think-
in the morning, half at night, and be miserable for like 4 or 5 days. I'd feel horrible because all that sugar. And then the rush of it being gone, it's like, why do that to myself?
Hey, Amber,
Yeah.
if you get a wild hair sometime, go look up Belt Loop 29 Ice Cream Party.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You know,
shit.
I do enjoy my ice cream. In fact, I'm kind of known for about my ice cream.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I'm, well, I can't tell you how many live streams I've started off eating ice cream. That's just kind of my thing. But
It's like a mood jumper.
Well,
It
it's a
does.
comfort for me. It just makes I eat that ice cream, I go right to sleep like a baby.
Not me, but I will enjoy it. I love ice cream.
Mm-mm-mm. Now stop. I'm gonna have to go out. They got vanilla. I don't like vanilla.
Hey, you can always doctor it up with some chocolate.
Yeah.
I just happen to have no chocolate in the house. And I'm addicted to chocolate.
You're gonna have to make some then.
Look, y'all, I'm going grocery shopping in 3 days.
All right.
Y'all know what's on the list.
Yeah, chocolate and ice cream.
My son's gonna come by, he's gonna be like, Mom, what do you do? I'm like, look, I'm saved, I'm going to heaven. While I'm here, I'm gonna satisfy my bodily need of chocolate ice cream.
There we go.
Got to.
Hey, Brandon,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop down. I saw you were live, and I know you've been up on my panel before. I wanted to return the favor and come in and support you.
I appreciate it.
Hey, it's good to see you.
You too.
Hey, I'll see you again. I have no doubt, whether it's over here or over on my channel, whatever. I never worry too much about that. And I
Right.
never worry about whether or not people make it to my live streams, because you know what? People got lives. So,
Exactly.
and I don't mean they've got other live streams. I just mean,
I will definitely be on your next one.
well, I appreciate it. I be honest with you, I'm not even sure. I go live so much that it's, well, I've been working on this YouTube police channel for a little bit, and lately I've been working on its watch hours. So I've been,
How many subscribers do you have on it?
I think I'm around 235 maybe. Let me take a look. No, I'm sorry. It's 234. I mean, it jumps from day to day.
Right.
You know how YouTube is. They'll raise you up, they'll drop you down.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was at 243. Today I'm at 234. So they dropped me 9 today.
Wow.
And my watch hours, though, I'm pretty happy with, considering I'm at 573 watch hours. So, for not having any more subscribers than I do, I'm happy with that. That's good enough. I'm working on getting it. In fact, I will be going live. What day is today? Friday.
all day long.
I've been doing a Friday evening thing with Jerry Butler over at Butler Family Farm. I need to get in touch with him and see if we're doing that tonight. If
All
we
right.
are, it's going to start in about 12 minutes anyhow. But
All right. Yeah, I'll be over there then.
well, I don't know if I am or not. I got to get in touch with him. I'll call him and see. But I try not to. I try not to monopolize people's live streams, but I talk so much sometimes it's hard for me to do that. But
Are you going live tonight?
Who me? I might. If I do, it'll probably be on Belt Loop 29, or maybe it'll be on YouTube Police. I don't know.
Okay.
If I go live, it'll be on one of those two. And I'm thinking, as soon as I get off of here, I'll call Jerry. And can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I just wondering, my YouTube thing froze. My
Huh.
StreamYard froze, and I didn't know if my audio was still going out or not. Anyhow, I'll call Jerry and see if he's interested in going tonight. And if so, I'll probably be on one of the two channels here shortly. But I ain't trying to interrupt yours. That's the last thing I would want to do. I just, I'm trying to be inobtrusive about it. But, I just put my foot in my mouth all the time.
No, you're good. You go ahead and run whenever you're ready to run.
All right. Well, I may not even run tonight. I am scheduled tomorrow to do a live stream at 8:30. If anybody gets a wild hair, they're welcome to join. Love to have you, over there if you're not already doing something, Brandon.
Okay.
If you're welcome up on the panel, and if you want to co-stream, you're welcome to do that as well, brother.
I appreciate it.
All right. I'll talk with y'all later. And
well, it's nice chatting with you.
Yeah, you have a good Friday evening.
Thank you. You too.
Stay blessed.
And there was 3.
And then there were 3. Hey, I'm gonna play this song. He just reminded me when he was talking about, how the algorithm goes up and down.
Yep.
Okay, well here you go. Okay, I hope it's not gonna be too loud. But anyway, here you go. Now call the name of it if you know. When you know what it is, tell me the name of this song. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I ain't got a clue who that is.
Oh, here it goes. Hold on. It's a Red Hot Chili Peppers. Okay, that's the beginning. I shouldn't have played that part.
Wow.
It's a roller coaster song, y'all. Roller coaster. That's all. And YouTube will put you on a roller coaster. All right, that was stupid, but you know what? That's what it's like. It's like a roller coaster ride.
That was Red Hot?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they didn't do the original Love Roller Coaster. But they redid it and remade it, and that's their version.
Yeah, I ain't heard them people in ages.
Me either. That song just came to my mind when he was talking about the algorithm. Up and down. I'm like, yeah, like a roller coaster, and boom. Anyway. So you're reading that book, Brandon. That book.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back and listened to most of it.
Well, I need to add a little bit of my story as I'm reading it.
Yeah.
And not just plainly reading it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, some people don't have the ability to read, but they got the ability to listen, and they comprehend better. Some are visual, can learn better from listening. So I guess, tweaking it that way. Yeah, you could do that. That just, you got to try different methods until you get you know,
Yep.
see a change.
Yep.
So yeah, and start out with a plot. I mean, you plot out, you know, your idea of, you know, your first, like what you're gonna read from. Like we
It'll
just
be all right, Moon.
copyright. What does that mean?
The
The
music.
the music.
Oh, I didn't play it long enough to get no copyright. Right.
It don't matter. The first word, the YouTube picks it up.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get copyright?
I probably will, but it'll be. I rarely ever go live, so it'll probably be okay. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I apologize.
It's all right.
I was not being malicious.
I wasn't even thinking about it when you were doing it, but it'd be all right.
And I don't know if Hannah, when I've been on 3 of your live streams, and I've been talking in the chat, and Brandon was in there, John Paul was in there, and nobody was acknowledging anything I said when I said hello or anything else. And I'm just wondering if possibly that I'm blocked and nobody can see me.
Yep. Yeah, I think somebody did block you.
Why?
Yeah, Brandon, I gotta block. It was
Huh?
there was like a couple that got blocked, or I gotta unblock them.
Why was I blocked?
Who knows?
Yeah, I have
Exactly.
no idea block.
It's all right. Their idol is the one that sent me a personal invite to you know, congregate together. I'm like, really? I said, I thought it was my imagination the way I was being treated. And I'm like, Lord, don't let them be going on what happened with this other person. And, you know, and this person, I went to look at I didn't. He started a new channel, so he came up on my feed, right? Because I had blocked his old account. So his new one came up and basically almost the same name. So I clicked on it and went to it, and I'm like, I made my little comment, and I'm like, and he was talking about me. It'd been 2 months, and this fool was talking about me. And I'm like, I said, you know, if you would just keep my name off of your live streams and off of your YouTube and stop trying to monopolize off me.
Well, you gotta realize there's haters everywhere here on YouTube.
This boy like is ridiculous
Everywhere.
with it. Ridiculous. But you know, it's like this. You got the option to block. If you don't like somebody, you ain't even got to advertise to everybody what you feel about that person. All you have to do is block them. So if I'm blocked, I want to know why. I just like, I don't get it. I don't even care. But I'm just like, what was the reason? What was the reason? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't either. 'Cause
I'm like, is
I
Brandon in on
sure
this?
as hell wasn't the one that blocked you.
I was like, is Brandon in on this too? I mean, like, they running together? What? Look, what's going on?
Shit. No, that wasn't me.
Because look,
Because if it would have been me, I would have sure as hell blocked you on here.
yeah, and you know what else, Brandon? We all have the ability to have many accounts, and if you can block someone, they can come up as somebody else. It doesn't mean they're trolling; they just want to see what the problem is. But I don't feed into that anymore. I'm not like I'm my account is over 10 years old. I've been in the game for a long time. All I ask for is peace, respect, and I can easily give it back. I don't even have to have it, but it helps, you know.
Right.
If I am doing something offensive, I just need. Is it my voice? Is it my attitude? Is it my subjects? Is it what I talk about? What Is it? What is it? I don't know.
Who knows, hon? Who knows?
And I made the mistake and said that I love Hannah. What I meant was I realized her issue, right?
Right.
And I gravitate to people more so when they have an issue because they're special and they love in a different way unconditionally most of the time.
Right.
And they don't understand the cruelties of the world. But then again, there are some that do. But Hannah doesn't seem to be
I would go to hell and back for Hannah.
right. And Hannah seems like I'm like, if Hannah is doing something
Well, maybe not hell, but
against me, it's because somebody influenced her to do it. I don't think she did it on her own.
yeah, I don't know what all moderators she has besides me,
Yeah.
but
But she's a joyful, I mean, if you can get her off of her problem, some problems that she might be going through with the trolls,
right.
block, 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 block.
Yeah, she's gonna be going live tomorrow, so if you want to come in,
Yeah, I will, but if I'm blocked, then I don't even have to say anything, but I'll contribute. If she asks me a question, I'll talk, whatever. But I don't like. I like to do unto others. I prefer it to be in a kind way.
I
Anyway,
agree.
and I know that this live you're doing started out doing some Bible reading, but we actually didn't get there yet.
Exactly. We kind of went left on that
We
one.
went way left. That's all right. We can swing back anytime. Sometimes, you can go on to do something reading of the Bible or spirit led, and it just not get there. Well, maybe God changed the plan. I'm not saying that he did. I'm just saying,
Right. No, I know what you're saying.
but I like listening to you read. I like that book that you're reading because I don't have the book.
Yeah, that book I got from my church.
Okay. What church what are you is it non-denominational?
Non-denominational. Yeah.
Great. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yep.
You don't want to be classified in a file cabinet somewhere. No, you need to be unclassified
Exactly.
and freestyle. Non-denominational. Because
Yep.
once you start drawing lines, you're making boxes and you're inside a box and therefore you separate from the rest of God's people.
Yep.
Means you're not with God's people. I don't know. There's a lot to be said. But anytime I'm trying lately, I got sidetracked for a while, but I'm trying to I had to break away.
I was too.
Yeah, well, sometimes God sideswipes us for a reason. Sometimes you got to remove yourself from this YouTube thing. You got to step back and exhale. Because when you catch yourself holding your breath and biting your tongue, it's time to let go for a minute. You don't want anything controlling your emotions. If you don't think the devil can work through this thing, you better remember, people need to remember that it all is World Wide Web, international network. The head of the snake is named Beast. Over the whole thing, the actual main of it all is called the Beast. So, if you don't think that the devil can do anything he wants to, because I gave him the free reign. What?
Yeah. he can do he can do anything he wants.
Yep, God gave him the free reign.
Anytime, any place.
You're right. Hold on. Hold on.
at any given moment.
Yeah, my mom has been one of my a difficult thing for me, and through my life, I think I got her saved day before yesterday.
Oh,
But
congratulations.
I believe that she is, but she's kind of showing dementia. So when I went up there today, I don't
Oh,
think she remembered that she got saved.
uh-oh.
So she said the same thing she always says. I'm like, oh my goodness. Some people say when you say, oh my God, that's blasphemy. No, it's not. In the Bible, it says, oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
several times.
Yep.
Oh my God, why hast thou forsaken me? You're not saying anything wrong when I say it the way I say it. I don't mean, I don't mean it in any kind of
Right.
blasphemic way. God knows my heart. Stop judging me, people. Right? But anyway, she I forgot where I was going to go with it, but I try real hard to not when I go up to her house. It seems like there's demons in there. It's just like I get this feeling, and then it's like I start getting this attitude, and I'm like, what is this coming from? It's in this house. So, the devil is everywhere. I mean, because the guy gave him the free reign, right? So yeah, he can do whatever he wants. Oh, that's where I was going with it. Like when you start getting bad thoughts, it doesn't mean that Satan's got a hold of you. It means he's trying to get it work. He's trying to get control of you.
Yep.
And when you go to sleep at night, if you have nightmares, we don't have I always pray before I go to sleep.
Yeah, he's gonna come at you several ways.
Yeah, especially when you're asleep. It seems like things can be horrible. Nightmares. I'm not saying I've got a lot of nightmares, but I've had a few. I've lived a few, but I've also had a few in my sleep, and not here lately, except for my nemesis that passed away, and he actually it wasn't a nightmare. He came and I don't remember exactly what he said, but he was like reclined back or whatever, and like in a reclined type chair or position, and he was saying something, and I don't remember what he said, but I took his hand and I kissed the back of his hand, and I said, I love you anyway. So I feel like spiritually he came and apologized to me, and since then I've slept peacefully, because I just feel like that I was actually afraid when he died, because when I found out he died, I was afraid that uh, I said, "Oh my gosh, now spiritually he could come to me spiritually," and I wonder if that's possible, Brandon.
What's that?
When somebody dies, can they come to you spiritually?
Um,
What do you think?
I don't know. I guess it could be possible.
I guess. Anyway, I
That's a good
was gonna lose sleep,
that,
but I haven't.
that's a good question, honestly.
Well, we're all spiritual creatures. We're just stuck in these bodies, and so when my mom, the way I got talking to her was, she said, "I just have one question." I said, "What is it, Mom?" She said, "Is there life after death?" And I stood up and I reposition was going to reposition Excuse me.
The Bible tells us that there will be life after death.
Well, this is what I told her. I stood up and I repositioned the pillows on the couch and I sat back down. She goes, "Oh, did I ask you a question? I asked you a hard question, didn't I?" I said, "Actually, no, Mom." I said, "You actually asked the correct question." I said, "I have the answer for you." I said, "Your question shows me that you don't understand at all what life is about." I said, "But I'm going to explain it to you." And being in her condition, well, I feel like she's 82, so I feel like I want to handle her with kid gloves. I don't want to scare her or anything. I just want to reassure her in some things. So her question was, I'll repeat it: is there life after death? I said, "Mom, no, two things. There's nothing new under the sun, and history repeats itself." I said, "and you're in a," I said, "for lack of better terms, we're all in a meat bag. Our bodies are nothing but a shell. We are all," I said, "Mama, you're a spirit. I'm a spirit. I'm in this body. You're in that body." I said, "When your body is gone, your spirit is going to go one way or another.
Right.
There's no in between. You're either going to go to the good or you're going to go to the bad." I said, "Translate heaven or hell, Mom." I said, "That's the choice." I said, "And hell is eternal torment. And that means forever.
Forever. Yep.
And heaven is eternal life in the good, eternal peace, happiness." I said, "So I said, now answer with what I've told you, Mama. Is there life after death? Do we live after these bodies drop?" She said, "Well, yes." I said, "Okay. You are going to never die, Mom. Your body's going to quit, but your spirit is not. That is forever.
Yep.
So what you need to do is stop being hateful the way you have been to certain things. And you need to repent daily, because you don't know what thoughts you have that is displeasing to God. You need to repent daily so you'll always be prepared. When your body drops, your spirit can rise up and not go down." I said,
Amen.
"Be with God, and yes, you will see your love." She was her next question was, "I just want to make sure I see Dad and Tanya again, my sister and all of that." And I'm like, "Mom, yes, if they were saved and they believed in God, if they were true believers and they did the works they were supposed to, yes, you will see them again. I pray you see them again." I said, "I pray you don't go down there." I said, "Because I know a whole lot of people that are all going to be down there with you because they didn't repent when they died in the middle of their sin." If you die in the middle of a sin, if you die in the middle of committing a murder or something or whatever, you go into hell, because you can't
Yep.
repent while you're murdering someone.
No.
You can't do that. So we know for sure, by the rules of the Bible, the law of the Bible, the set commandments and standards that he has for us, we can judge that certain people. It's clear some people went, they're not going to be with God. So I can't say, just because I'm a true believer doesn't mean I'm going to go that way. Because 5 minutes from now, the devil could knock at my door, and I'm not going to call her name, but she could knock at the door, and I could open the door and have an really bad, evil thought about her, towards her. And guess what? I didn't ask God to forgive me for thinking such a bad thing, and I had a heart attack. Guess where I'm going? I'm going straight to hell. You ever said something? People's like,
Hell
"You
in a handbasket.
hell,
Hell in a handbasket.
daggone right." Some people on that roller coaster straight to hell. They don't even care. You can't take nothing with you. There's no luggage on a. You never seen a luggage rack on the top of a hearse. You can't take none of this with you.
Nope.
There's no reason to cherish it, and idolize things. And I know that's pretty boring life, isn't it? It is. I mean, it sounds so boring. 20 years ago, I wouldn't have been hearing. I wouldn't have listened to me talk. Mm-mm. But what I know now, I'm scared to leave it. You're not gonna catch me. Sorry.
So 15, 20 years back, you would have said you're full of shit, huh?
I would have absolutely said it. I would have. Well, I
would have too.
I really probably just would have said, "Look, I ain't trying to hear what you. I
ain't trying to hear it at all. Yeah,
ain't shoveling. I'm not taking in what you shoveling out. No, I'm not stepping in what you. I'm not whatever they say. I'm not picking up whatever you're laying down."
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! I mean, even when I sat in the den of demons, even the demons that were there told me, you don't belong here. I'm like, why you say that? You sure you ain't undercover? I'm like, look, just because I'm quiet don't mean I'm not tormented inside. Yes, I want another fix. Yes, I want another hit. But you ain't gonna see me act out like y'all acting like fools up in here. Y'all acting like down on your hands and knees looking for something to smoke. You better get up for something. Look, you better get up off that floor before you smoke some of that rock salt and die.
Right.
You're going to take a hit of something that's going to kill you. But you're too desperate. You just got to do it. I'm not getting there. Now, I might by myself get down on my hands and knees when nobody else is around and search my carpet.
So can you tell me your favorite verse in the Bible?
Ecclesiastes 3. Really, I can't call it, but I know it's Ecclesiastes. It's for everything there's a season. A time for love, time for hate. You know that one?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Ecclesiastes 3:13. Maybe not.
Can you look it up?
Yep. Hold on. I'm getting a Charlie in my foot. Oh my goodness.
Oh Lord.
Hey, hurt.
God's telling you to pick up that Bible.
It's telling me stand up and stomp my foot. I don't want to do it. I'll work it out. I know what it is because when that chicken when that rooster, look, I did some moves I forgot I could do. He was trying to light me up. Ecclesiastes. Yeah, I've actually when I opened my Bible yesterday, it was the first time I've done it in 13 years. That particular one, the bookmark was in Ecclesiastes, and I've had this read at my sister's funeral, and my father's funeral, and my nephew's funeral. So,
oh wow,
that's how much it means to me. For everything there is a, and also there's the Four Seasons. You're probably too young to remember all this stuff, but the Four Seasons made it into a song. It's Ecclesiastes 3:1-8. For everything there is a season and a time for everything. You want me to read it?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. It says Ecclesiastes 3 chapter 3 verses 1-8. For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven. Oh. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up what is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to throw away stones, and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to seek, and a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to throw away, a time to tear, and a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time for war, and a time for peace. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1 through 8.
Wow.
You never heard that?
It's been a while.
That's the best one right there.
Wow.
What is your favorite one?
Um,
Do you have a favorite one?
I do. I do.
Can you,
It's
you look up
in
that song? Oh,
it's
go
in
ahead.
the it's in the book of John.
Okay, John. I'm gonna look it up. John.
Let's see here.
It's not John 3:16, is it?
No.
Okay.
But that is a good one too.
Yeah. But that Ecclesiastes 3, 1 through 8, the Four Seasons made that to a song, and you ought to listen to it sometime. Because it'll linger in your mind and help you through some times. And there's nothing new under the sun. What you and I have done and Hannah has done has been done before over and over.
Let's see here.
I was going to read that to my mother yesterday to let her know, you know, uh, everything, there's a season for everything.
Yep.
Everything. Oh, and it also it was at my my first true love. He was shot and killed by his best friend accidentally when we were about 16, and they did that at his funeral. So that's 4 funerals. It just means that it should be at every one of them.
Yeah, that is a good one. Very good one.
It's the only one I can remember. Ecclesiastes 3. I knew it was Ecclesiastes 3. Wasn't sure about the verses. Now I know it's 1 through 8. We just finished reading all of First and Second Kings. I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of killing that goes on in the Bible.
Yep.
I didn't realize the Bible had so much violence in it until recently. It's all through it. And God's the one that killed a lot of them. I didn't know that either. And he's a loving God, but he doesn't tolerate you messing with his children. Hannah. I wonder if Hannah, she's muted, but she might be listening.
Yeah, she should.
Yes,
I'm
she's
back now.
okay.
Maybe it wasn't in John.
What did it refer? What did it say? Do you know?
Oh, it's in Corinthians.
Oh, Corinthians. We just read Corinthians last week.
Oh, nice.
The whole book.
No.
But we
Hey,
speak.
Brandon, did you see that poker going live?
Oh, that's cool. But we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which God ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew, for had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory.
Oh, that is. Oh, amen.
But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of a man that things which God hath prepared for them that love him. And that's it right there.
Hey, read. Would you mind reading that one more time?
But we speak the wisdom of God in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which God ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew. For had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. But as it is written, eye hath not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of the man that things which God hath prepared for them that love him.
Amen.
But God hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit, for the Spirit searcheth all things, the deep things of God.
And what I'm gonna look what chapter and stuff is that?
That's chapter 2, Corinthians.
Chapter 2.
You okay, Brandon?
Yeah, I'm good. Shut up. Who the hell was that?
I was gonna say, come again, come again. I beg your pardon.
You want to get smacked in your face, dude?
You want to step right this way and be served? How many different ways do we have to tell you? Don't say that again. No, I'm sorry. Let me stop. Don't laugh it'll make me worse.
I know, right? Yeah.
If you laugh, I'm gonna get worse. Don't do it. It will feed me, and I don't know. Okay, so what Bible did you read that out of? I'm just curious.
I'm in the King James version.
Who said shut up? I seriously want to know. Ain't nobody gonna step up? What's up? All right then.
Step up to the plate, dude, or forever hold your peace.
That's right. Okay, so you said it was King James version?
Huh?
Did you say that book that you read that from was King James version?
Yep.
Not amplified King James or anything like that?
No.
Something seems very, very serious. Okay. So this must not be the King James version.
See?
Yup. Okay, so you know what? What I looked up, I needed the King James version because what I just looked at was nothing like the King James version. So now I'm clicking on one that is the King James.
You probably got the NIV version.
Yeah, I don't need that amplified. Oh, Don't let me go there.
Well, that's for people that don't understand the King James.
Yeah, but you know what? They snuck some stuff in there that don't belong, and they left some verses out that belong. So it's incomplete and easily misleading people. Just saying.
The King
I'm not.
James is?
No, King James version is the only one I read from. Wait a minute now. In desperation, I will read this other one because I can't find the King James version that I had. Somebody that stole my Bible. Can you believe that?
Oh Lord.
Who stole my Bible? I mean, you think? Look,
Swept it right off your nightstand, huh?
who do you think is gonna come and say, "I'm sorry, I stole your Bible"? Because that's kind of like, think about that for a minute. Did you steal my Bible?
I sure did.
I see it's over there on your book stand. Not only did you steal my Bible, but you lied about it. And then you try to hide it from me and deny it while it's in plain sight. I didn't do any of that, what you just said. And now you're living in a fantasy world. So I say, I'm going to pray for you and your demons that stole my Bible, lied about it, denied it to my face, and try to hide the fact that it's sitting right there. No, I'm just kidding. I talk a lot of stuff.
How
Look.
dare you, man?
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I don't know what happened.
Oh Lord.
It wasn't me.
Oh Lord.
I saw you coming into the bathroom window. It wasn't me. You didn't see me.
Lord, I promise it was not me.
It wasn't me.
Hey.
Look, shh, be very quiet. Shh. We're hunting rabbits. I know y'all have heard that before.
No.
Elmer Fudd and he's hunting for Bugs Bunny. He says, "Shh, be very, very quiet. We're hunting rabbits." Anyway, come on, y'all. It ain't that serious. I'm just kidding again. Okay, see, and the way it reads for me is, "And I, brethren, when I came to you, came not with excellency, what? Of speech or of wisdom, declaring, and this must not be right. For I determined not to know anything among you save Jesus Christ and him crucified." This can't be. See, I don't. Oh, you know what it says, Brandon? King James Version Bible now. I want the one from then, not the one from now. See, I don't trust this internet. Look, I'm going to go to the Bible bookstore and buy a Bible. Huh. I can't believe they sell Bibles.
What happened to yours?
Somebody stole it.
I don't believe it.
Are you calling me a liar? Look now, I'll take you hunting rabbits if you are not careful. I'm just kidding. Hold on. Look.
Hannah, take care of my lightweight over here.
Come on, girl. Come on. Step up. Get served. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. It's probably sound like an idiot.
Calm down, kiddos.
I probably sound like an idiot, but that's okay. Sounding like one and being one is two different things. Look, I'm going to get ready to step outside, right?
But you're a good idiot.
That's right. That's right. You know, I can't deny that. I can't go against you on that. I mean, really, I believe that I'm good. Y'all believe y'all are good? I'm getting ready to open my front door with a flashlight in hand because it could be them cats could have brought a monster up on my porch. They bring up all kinds of things at night. I'm waiting for him to bring a big old snake up here. Okay, I don't see anything. I don't even see it. I see one kitten. It's chasing the light. Poor little babies. I'm gonna sit y'all down right here. I should turn my camera on.
Well, don't set me down.
I got the. I'm easing y'all down. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna smoke this cigarette.
Hey, Moon, you still in here?
Moon,
Moon over Miami.
are you still here, Moon?
Are you alive?
I like that name, Moon Over Miami.
I do too.
It reminds me of Moon Over. For some reason, I don't think of Miami. I think of New York. Hey, I'll tell y'all both, Hannah and Brandon, something real cool. When you want to detach and that people, it's too much stuff going on YouTube and people are being crappy. The demon people, they seek like the devil. They run him with the devil, first of all.
Yeah.
And they're seeking to see who they can devour and who they can destroy. So they're out there doing malicious bullcrap on YouTube. So they got this guy. I just found him. He goes live every night, and he does downtown, like Park Avenue, Fifth Avenue, Brooklyn Bridge, and Brooklyn. Speaking of Brooklyn, but he does all of Manhattan. He walks around, and they say, I've heard that a lot of bad things are going on in New York City, but look, y'all, that man walks. He walked through Central Park night before last in the middle of the night on a live stream, and it is nothing like the fake news is telling us.
Wow.
It's beautiful. There's not a bunch of homeless people camped out in it or nothing.
Wow.
And the city is clean.
So why are they fake news in it?
Because main people that look at the news are being controlled with fear. The end is near, but not like the mainstream media is.
Right.
All their ratings, they're almost done. You can go on. Y'all hear that noise? My cats. There's a big piece of plastic hanging up, and they're jumping around behind it.
Yeah.
They're after something. I don't know what they're after. But anyway, y'all know there's a lot of, there's I don't know what y'all's age is, first of all. But it's been going on.
Don't worry about that.
Right. It's been going okay. So that's the main thing we need to worry about. Not just kidding. But anyway, the whole world's getting ready to know the truth, whether they watch mainstream media or YouTube or whatever. Everybody's going to find out. But see, right now, the do-dirties are trying to hide the fact that God is real. That's the truth that they're trying to hide from the world. If you cats are getting ready to make me lose my religion, that's what you're getting ready to do. They're scaring me, y'all. They make that sudden pop noise on that plastic. It scared me. But anyway, that's the truth of the matter.
They're coming for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The little sweet kitty. And look, my sister, her wild cats done had 3 different litters. I'm going to take 3 of them from her in about 2 weeks. And I'm going to get them fixed too and let them go over here. I live around, I got a big reservoir behind me, a pond to my left and a river to the right. I'm surrounded by water just about. And then the swamp is right. There's a fence between me and the swamp. So I got a lot of rodents and stuff, and not rats, but I'm talking about chipmunks, moles, squirrels, snakes, rabbits, everything.
Yeah.
And these cats keep them at bay. I can come out here any hour of the night and they've got something drug up on the porch. I'm like, oh no. Y'all gonna have to stop this mess. They're bringing me gifts to show me appreciation for the cat food. No, Brandon, I'm not crazy. Hannah, I'm not crazy. I should not speak everything I think, but you know, could you imagine, either one of y'all, imagine if you verbalized and spoke everything you thought?
You'd be crazy.
You wouldn't do it, would you?
Heck no.
Well, some of us have no control over it. You know, we just do it. No, but
Yeah. I'd be in trouble if I spoke everything I thought.
I know, me too. Oh my goodness. See, you know, that's the way it works. That's what we got to try to control. You know, the flesh and the spirit's two different things.
Yep.
And, you know, the flesh is what makes you sin. Who started that mess? Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back to the beginning. Who bit the apple? Eve. No, Adam. Who bit the apple first?
I think it was Eve, wasn't it?
So so my question is, what was Adam doing while she was eating the apple with the serpent? Yeah.
You know what? You got me curious now.
He was supposed to be minding the woman.
Let's see here.
Well, where was he at? Off in the garden eating plums? Think about it now.
I have no idea.
Let's be realistic about it. Let's talk about the beginning. You know, and the serpent knew that tree of knowledge had all the AI knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
That phone, the phone, the internet is nothing new under the sun. Technology was on this earth, and they'd like us to believe that aliens brought us the knowledge. That's a bunch of crock of bull. Now, we had it a long time ago, and they don't want us to realize the intelligent. We only use 10% of our brains. Wonder why that is. Because we've been indoctrinated over decades.
Hannah, what's your favorite verse in the Bible? If you even have one.
I was thinking that same thing.
Brandon,
Huh?
I bet I do.
You can forever hold your peace.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah.
No, Hannah Banana. My ex-daughter-in-law's name is Hannah.
Be fightful, Fana.
Banana, Hannah. What is your favorite? Do you have a favorite Bible verse?
Hold on, Brandon. I'm trying to milk because my brother Joey.
Oh my Lord, why is he yelling?
I know. I'm trying to tell him to shut up for a minute. Hold on.
Close your door on him and lock your door.
I got a better idea. No.
Or knock him upside his head.
Yeah, because it seems like that is not very effective for slamming that door. It's not working.
Nope.
Got to come up with a solution. Look, we need to get her out of there.
Yep.
God, I wish I could save her.
Yeah. She has a lot of problems over there. If you haven't noticed from her live streams.
Yes. I hate to say this, Brandon, but my major problem right now is I discovered Dr. Pepper, strawberries and cream. Y'all. Zero sugar. And it is so sweet.
It's got 0 sugar in it.
It says, and I'm wondering, okay, what
Oh,
kind of
wow.
poison they put in here?
Oh, Lordy.
But I'm loving it. And
That-
God protects me, so I'm not going to be affected by it.
But that is the new crack.
I'm telling you right now. You know, they did a lab test on rats between cocaine and sugar, and they chose the sugar every time over the cocaine. They're both
What?
addictive, but sugar is more addictive than cocaine. And being they put sugar in everything, I'm telling you, man, look, I don't want to tell you the truth about some things because you'll think I'm crazy. But I got my proof. I can bring receipts. I can show you. They're trying to kill off the God gene, the Adam and Eve gene. The satanic worshipers want to kill off the true believers that have the God gene, which I have. They want to destroy us in our water, the air, the food, the medicine. You know, prescriptions don't work because if they did, you wouldn't have to get a refill. Think
Right.
about that for a second.
Right.
I got off of 12 different medications after I got off drugs.
Amen.
And I say by myself, no, God did that. I told my mom the other day, and this is how I think I got her saved. I said, you think God let me go through 17 years of hell? He was there with me. He put me there. He pulled me through. He let me learn all the lessons I needed to know for the future and to show you I am the proof that God is real, God exists, and God does work because he delivered me straight out of it. Right?
Mm.
Sorry to go there, but there it is. Now, I wonder if Hannah found that Bible verse yet.
I've been wondering the same thing. I think she's still trying to take care of her brother, I think.
You never know. You never know.
What do we know?
We don't know. You know, we know nothing. We know very, very little.
And I'm kind of curious on who's still lurking in the chat because
How many people you got lurking? Can you?
it says one. It was saying 1, but now it says 0.
They got tired of lurking. Is there anybody in the chat or nobody's looking or whatever? We can just talk away.
Oh shit! I might as well end it.
If that's what you need to do, brother.
I mean, we can still sit here and chat after I end it if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, we ain't gonna do that. Andy's with us.
No,
Come
no,
on, girl.
I'm still doing with my father down.
What?
I thought still doing with my brother that never stopped yelling.
Well, lock your door and tell them to shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I done shut up, Brandon.
But you know how the devil works. What's your favorite verse, Hannah?
For the 10th millionth time.
We are not giving up on you, girl.
Where is your faith, woman?
Laugh if you must, but the verse you must produce. We will wait it out.
Waiting. Yeah. Do you even have a Bible?
Yeah.
I believe not.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Show me your Bible. Laughing all the way. Show me your Bible. Shut up, Brandon.
Brandon, I already packed it up. Remember I told you that?
You packed your Bible up.
Yeah, she's moving.
I
Yeah.
think somebody packed my Bible up too, man.
Man, and shoved it under your bed.
They know I ain't never gonna look under my bed. Ain't nothing under my bed either. Nothing. Can you believe that? Nothing under my bed. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you have something under your bed, the spider's got a place to hide. If you see a spider running under your bed, you got to be able to have clear vision of the whole underside of your bed, the floor, all of it. If you got stuff up under your bed, the spider's gonna hide, breed. They're gonna nest and produce. It's like spiders everywhere. I am terrified of them. Why is that? Why are we terrified of spiders?
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm glad you asked. No. Wait a minute.
Why?
You didn't
Why?
ask. You didn't
Why?
ask. Because we are programmed from a long time. Brandon, if you have the patience to verify things I'm saying by doing your homework, investigate, Google,
Yeah.
search what I'm saying. Okay, look, let me jump over here for a second first. You ever had a dream that, and it was so detailed and so real, but you have never been to the place that you dreamed about? You've never seen it in a movie. You've never been there. Where did your brain get that? Where did your brain get that visual, that whatever you dreamed?
Man.
Where did your brain get that? It is
Hannah, we're still waiting on that Bible verse.
Oh, Matthew, Brandon.
You like Matthew?
Yeah.
Do you know what verse? Shut up.
she muted. But anyway, our brains are hardwired.
Peckerwood.
Like when you have a baby, they get your DNA strand, the father's DNA and the mother's DNA, and that DNA has certain things in it that are carried on from, say, go back 200 years. DNA passed from one generation to the next, one to the next, one to the next. Somebody along your DNA strand, along your ancestry line, your lineage, saw whatever you can visualize in a dream. That's true too. I know everything. Ask me. I'm just kidding, Brandon, but you think about that for a little bit.
No, I see where you're coming from. I see you.
You think I'm crazy, don't you?
Yep.
I am.
And I like it.
Oh well. I'm not literally crazy.
No, I know.
I do know.
I'm just pickling your brain.
I do know a lot of stuff, but who don't? You know a whole lot of stuff, and I know a whole lot of stuff, and Hannah knows a whole lot of stuff, and together we share our stuff and we sort it out. We pick
On a
and
common
choose.
ground.
Yeah, we pick and choose what fits. If it don't fit, don't just discard it, throw it away.
Yeah, I was gonna say just toss it away.
Well, I was gonna say something else, but I had to change it up. So yeah, that devil, he's
shove it up your ass.
Well, yeah, that devil got to go over there somewhere. Yeah, I recently did a topic on a live about my nemesis, and I had started out on John Paul's channel.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I brought it, oh, we got to go. It's time for me to go. Shutting down. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, F you, buddy. I'll never be back.
I was there.
So you saw that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, see, that's why.
He shut that live down real quick.
That's the third time he's done that to me, and that's okay. If he wants to be the center of his world, Have at it, dude.
And he's probably the one that probably blocked you.
You know what? It's best that he do that. You know why? I don't want no parts of a schemer. I don't want no parts of it. I mean, when I start getting a bad feeling and then they start producing the evidence like he did, and then somebody send me an email and tell me about it, that's my verification of what I suspicion.
So who blocked who?
Who block who?
Who block who?
There's a song. Who blocking who? That's
Who blocked you?
The song is Who's doing who? Who's doing who? Oh, who blocked you?
I could do you.
Like, block me, I don't care.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, because I don't want to hurt your feelings and then you block me forever. So, you know, block me. Look, why block me on somebody else's channel, but you didn't block me on your channel? And then let me in your feed so you can disrespect me. You're feeding off that, you evil one. You, look, Brandon, for somebody to do that, they're getting something out of that. Jerk off. I mean, is that what you are? Is it you getting off on treating people like that? Because I'm not the only one he's done that to. I don't know, Brandon.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandon, you know
I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on it.
Hey, Brandon, you know I wouldn't block anybody.
Well, somebody got on your thing then, Hannah, and took control of your stuff and did that.
Huh.
I mean, if you block me, that's fine. I don't care. People can do
Well, I didn't block anybody because I like that. I don't know who blocked you, but somebody else got blocked too, but I can't figure out who did it.
Well, I was told by a very reliable source, and y'all know this person, and I don't believe this person lies, and y'all admire this person too much. This person told me that a certain person is so miserable and so loathing in themselves that, and they're narcissist on top of that. They will do you that way. They see you trying to reach out and they'd love to just sucker punch you one more time.
Yeah.
Hey, she's being kind. She's trying to I ain't trying to overrule nobody's chat. Block me if you want to, but he never blocked me. You should have blocked me if you didn't want me talking in your chat. Right? Then I got my feelings really hurt. I mean, I met Brandon and I met Hannah. I met y'all through that person. And then I'm like, what did I do? And I believe I have the faith that y'all would tell me, what is it? What did I do? What am I doing wrong? Or what am I doing to displease people?
I don't know. I wish I knew.
I wish I knew.
I just wish I knew who did it to you, Amber. Like, I have no idea you got blocked.
Well, I know there's people out here that troll and do that to people. And they love to watch people to talk about it and stuff. You know, so I'm over it. I've got my my network of people, but I wanted to branch out a little bit. And Brandon's, to me, I mean, I feel compelled. I felt compelled first with Hannah, and then Brandon, you were in line, but y'all were both like at the same time, simultaneous, right? So I had no choice but to try to connect. And when I tried to connect with you, Brandon, on that feed, you saw how fast it got shut down.
Huh?
I was trying to give you the information. He shut it down.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to go. Somebody might make friends. Let me shut it down. That's the way it looks to me, and that's the way it was said that it looked to somebody else,
A
two other
snake.
people, a male and a female. You got to cut the head off a snake. Snake. Did you say snake?
Yep.
You're right. Matter of fact, let me just tell you a quick little thing about one of my kittens and about snakes. Sometimes, okay, this little black kitten, he's never experienced how to kill a snake. But I watched the others kill a snake and the ones that are grown. What they do is they'll catch the snake and they'll toss it up, real hard, and it'll come back down, and they'll toss the snake around until it's dead, right? And they'll pat it with their paw to see if it and test it to see if it's dead. A rooster will do the same thing. They'll throw it around and peck at it to see if it's still alive, and then they'll swallow it whole, which you can see in one of my videos. But this little kitten, I touched the snake with the stick and it moved. The little black kitty grabbed the snake in the middle of its body and bit it in half, right? It was alive. He bit it in half. Both ends of parts of the snake were moving. He ate the snake,
Wow.
the back end of the snake first. So I went to grab the other part and just flick it off with the stick. And he grabbed the other half of the snake. He put his paw on the snake's head, right? And held his paw on top of the snake's head and ate it while it was still moving and alive. You know how they do. All the way up to the head, and he ate the whole snake. He went about it all wrong. He started in the middle of the snake. He didn't bother killing it. He ate that snake while it was alive. But he didn't know you're supposed to kill it first. And then you can eat it at will. But I'm glad you said that, Brandon. That was just no coinciding with what we're talking about, except for the fact that the little kid killed that snake, ate that snake all alive, and he ate it wrong. And you said snake. You called it out.
I did.
But did you ever feel that beforehand? Before I'm telling you all of this about that person?
A little bit.
Just be truthful,
Yeah, a little bit.
It will pay you off. It pays off to be honest.
A little bit, yeah.
And if you hurt somebody's feelings, it's too bad for their misunderstanding. Okay, so I really wasn't off in my thinking. I had it pegged, right?
Yeah.
What I kept coming back, and the reason I kept coming back is because I wanted to make sure that I was following through with my feelings.
Right.
And now I'm absolutely sure
You're hitting right on target.
Yeah. And you just have to wonder the why part when people do that. And if you really look into it and delve into it and search, that's just evil. Evilness in someone to be that way. Or if not, it's neat.
There's demons in everyone.
Yeah. Some of us don't even try to hide it or fight it. What are you reading?
Romans.
Okay.
Chapter 8.
Okay. You gonna read it to me?
Actually, it's chapter 7.
Okay.
Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law hath dominion over a man, as long as he liveth. For the woman which hath a husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband. So then if while her husband liveth she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from the law, so that she is not adulteress, though she be married to another man. Wherefore, my brethren, ye also are become dead to the law by the body of Christ, that ye should be married to another, even to him who is raised from the dead, that we should bring forth fruit unto God. For when we were in the flesh, the motions of sins which were by the law did work in our members to bring forth fruit unto death. But now we are delivered from the law, that being dead wherein we were held, that we should serve in newness of spirit, and not in the oldness of the letter. What shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid. Nay, I had not known sin, but by the law. For I had not knoweth lust, except the law had said, Thou shalt not covet. But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me all manner of consumptions. For without the law sin was dead. For I was alive without the law once, but when the commandment came, sin revived, and I died. And the commandment which was ordained to life I found to be unto death. For sin, taking occasion by the commandment, deceived me, and by it slew me. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment is holy, and just, and good. Was then that which is good made death unto me? God forbid. But sin, that it might appear sin, working death in me by that which is good, that sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful.
Is that the end of that?
No, there's more.
Okay.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
What?
What happened? What happened?
What do you mean? What happened?
You said damn.
You were laughing first, Brandon.
Was it a
some
long chapter?
That's some good stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
Real good stuff.
Well, I read some stuff the other day that blew my mind. I'm like, oh, what? Now you got me looking. Walks on Wall Street. That's what that thing was called, by the way. That
Oh, okay.
guy. If you ever want to walk around in the city at night, go
Walks.
on to Walks with Wall Street and you'll see it.
Okay.
Beautiful. Uh-oh.
Oh, there's your husband texting you.
No, that's my sister. Look, here's what she says. Well, that's about the internet earlier. She says, I think it was my end because at the exact same time I lost my internet on TV. Had to reconnect to it. I had to reboot my phone. Tried to call you right back and kept sending straight to your voicemail. So now she just now said, I just looked at White House Live and it's orange. They say for gun violence. Yeah, if you go to White House Live, you can see some crazy stuff happening at the White House. Hello?
Hang
Hello?
on.
Okay. You never know. Do, 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 do. You never know. Do, 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 do. Okay. YouTube. White House Live. We're going to find out today, y'all.
I just lost my train of thought now.
I am sorry I did that. Ooh. Y'all should see. Oh my God. White House Live is the White House.
Are they live right now?
Yeah, it stays live 24/7.
Oh wow.
The White House is lit up in bright orange tonight.
And that's on YouTube?
Yeah, you can look it up.
Oh,
White House
shit.
Live Cam, Washington, D.C., USA, Earth.
Oh, wow.
It's got normally they only have, 3.3K people liked it. Let me see how many people.
Dang.
There's 157 people watching the live chat. Now,
Yeah.
see, if you go into live chat, you're going to see some crazy trolls in there. And do not even comment because they will attack you.
They'll follow you over to your channel, huh?
Let them find out you like Trump.
Oh, it's them kind of trolls, huh?
It's over for you.
Well,
Good thing I don't like Trump.
You don't like Trump?
I mean, he ain't a bad person, but just.
Did you vote? How about Biden? What you think about that?
I didn't even vote for him either.
So you didn't vote. So y'all are never Trumpers?
I guess you could say that.
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
You never know. You never know.
Why do you keep saying yeah, Hannah? Have you noticed that, Amber? She says yeah all the time.
She's agreeing. I'm assuming she's agreeing on some things. So, Hannah, when you said yeah, does that mean you don't like Trump either?
Yeah, that too.
Okay, so
you're not a Trump fan?
Nope.
So
are you a Biden fan?
No, I hate that guy too.
Well, you hate. Why do you?
Well, we really ain't supposed to be talking about politics on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the Bible speaks of The Bible speaks of, and this is not putting it in code, but word for word, and it's spelled Trump,
Yeah.
and that's in Revelation. It doesn't say when the trumpet blows. It says when the trump blows, and that is in the King James Version.
And it will sound.
And we will hear it. And those who don't hear it, guess what?
They being left behind.
Boom. Look, I really want to know.
And that is for certain.
Absolutely sure. Why is it? So, what do you think's going on in the world?
We are in the last days. I know that.
Absolutely, yes, we are. Do you believe that we're in a spiritual war?
Yep.
Absolutely.
We are in it.
We in the
Yeah,
thick of it. We coming down the other side.
Yep.
yeah, that.
I don't know if y'all know
You
anything
okay
about.
over there, Hannah?
Yeah, I am.
You can talk about politics on here
That is just
and not
something
get
you can
banned.
talk about it, but anyway, I had a lot to say about. We can't, like you said, we can't talk about it.
But you can talk in code.
Mr. Dump and Biden.
Or you could say Agent Orange.
Yeah,
Um, did you see Biden fall?
I did.
Do you know what he fell over? Sandbags. Look, listen to this. He tripped over two sandbags that hold up the teleprompter, right?
Freaking idiot.
Well, decoded. This is decoded for you. You ever heard like in football you got sandbag?
Yeah.
Okay, and then when he fell, fall guy. He got sandbagged, and he's the fall guy. He's taking the fall. He is taking the fall for the deep state. He is
Wow.
taking the fall. He's the puppet. Yes. He is taking the fall. That was symbolic. That was symbolic.
Who you think is going to be the anti?
Do you think the Antichrist is still here? Already here?
I don't know. No,
I don't know.
I don't think he's already here.
Well, you know what happened over in CERN,
But
right? Switzerland. You know they just thrown somebody over there in Switzerland, right?
they did.
Yes, sir. At the CERN. You know when the World Economic Forum and the world got together over there, the the NWO.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, I'll send you some info video on that.
All right.
You can look it up and you can see it live. You can see it for yourself. And
Wow.
right now, this thing with the rainbow situation and the trans situation, that is upholding. We're in the last days for sure because, and they're in a rush to get the NWO going. Well, you know what the NWO is. They're in a rush. They're out of time. They're running out. God's coming back. He's going to get his people, and then it's going to be worse than anything we could ever imagine. I'm not going to be here for that.
No, I'm not either.
No, I'm not. And I'm trying to take some loved ones with me, trying to get them to go the right way too. We're in the last days, and you know, they said that once the word was spread all over the earth, the end would come, right? Well,
Mhm.
let me say this: when the internet came around, and you can get on here, and anybody all over the planet can hear the word. Well, you know, the internet, when they put Starlink up,
Mhm.
anybody anywhere could get on the internet and hear the word. So, hey, that's just another evidence. The weather, they would like us to think that that's a harp. That's God. That's God. This weather is not from harp. Yeah, they can see the clouds to rain, but you know, you know, I
Yeah, yeah, this weather is unnatural.
you know, when the internet does go down, we're supposed to get that 10 days of darkness. They said that uh they're gonna try to say that it was a part of the info war that's going on, that they shut it down. No, that's, you know, we don't want to go there, but I'm just saying they're gonna try to make us think that they're gonna try to the mass of people, the non-believers, they're gonna try to make everybody think that it's one thing when it's really God is coming.
Yeah.
Don't miss. People are going to be misled and try to make excuses that this and this and this. Hey, I'm not sticking around. I'm not taking a chance.
It is the Lord Jesus Christ.
When they see that bright sky light, are they going to say that the sun is exploding? No, that's Jesus Christ. That's
Exactly.
God. He's so bright you won't be able to look at him.
Open your eyes, people.
And they're going to try to make us think that uh that the weather and the killings and the violence and all of that is just uh from us doing this or that. No, we're in the last days. No
Mm.
mistake. Don't be mistaken. People are being misled, and they're not seeing through it. He says, he who has an ear, let them hear.
Amen.
And people have eyes to see, but some people can't see what's right in front of them. They can't see it. You know, people are like, "Oh, you cuss, you use curse words, you going to hell." Look, don't judge me. First of all, you didn't create me. Second of all, God knows my heart. Third of all, He knows this flesh that I'm up against, and I repent daily. So thank you. Mind your own business. Mind your own mouth and your own attitude,
That's
and leave
right.
me alone. Oh, I use the F word too much. Let me tell you what you do too much of. Do you really want to talk to me about my foul mouth while you're over there cheating on your wife or cheating on your husband, and you're beating the hell out of your children and not feeding them at night? You want to talk about my foul mouth? You Christian woman that does all these other abominations? What, you trying to talk about my foul mouth in front of a crowd of friends to make yourself look good? No. You shining a light so bright on me. You trying to cast such a light on my faults that you can't see your own, or you know your faults, and you're trying to deflect so we can't see you. But judge not lest he be judged, right? I'm just like, why judge me? Judge yourself. People don't, they want to do everything except mind their own and get their own self in order with God. And you know, I just think of certain person didn't want me to talk to a certain person. For what reason, I have no idea. But they wanted to stop that. For what reason, I have no idea. I'm going to pray about it. God will tell me. Hannah Banana. Y'all show is quiet. Let me sit here and talk to myself.
No, you keep going, man.
You talking to somebody, aren't you, Brandon?
No, you go right ahead.
No, you go ahead. Y'all, I'm gonna go mute myself. Hold on.
All right.
Brandon, I'm still here. I'm just eating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're eating your mouth full, huh? While we over here talking our mouth away, you over there chomping down. I see how it is, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's okay, people.
Yeah. You know, the world's gonna go down.
But guys,
It's not gonna.
open your eyes, because the Lord is coming.
Yeah.
I think he's already here.
Yeah.
I just want to add one more thing, Brandon, now that you said that. Our measure of time and God's measure of time, they're like.
Well, it's not only is he here, he's always been here.
Yeah, but I think he's doing his wrath. But for us, it's in a slow motion. But for him, it's like one swift movement. But he's so fast and large and everything, so mighty. Like, it's in slow motion. It's in slow motion for us. We think it's taken forever.
Right.
When it actually is just a grain of time.
Yeah.
We created the clock. God did not. God's time is not our time. So we're in the thick of it. The storm is upon us. And I didn't mean to talk about some of the things I talked about. I just.
You feel like getting it off your shoulder.
Well, no, I don't know. But anyway, I'd like to do a Bible study with you too. Just like maybe if you want to, like, I'm just saying it's your channel, but I'm saying, like, if you want to read, and then I could read some. I could read some on your channel.
All right.
We could take turns. I can help you out. You don't need to help, but if you want
I'm completely down with it. That's totally fine with me.
Because one thing I love to do is read the Bible. I love to read the Word, and sometimes, a lot of times, you got to read it twice. Like you read it once, and then you got to read it again.
Yep.
And you got to analyze it to get the understanding.
Yep.
And you might get a different message out of it than I get out of it.
And possibly maybe a third time. Possibly.
Yeah.
If that's what it takes.
Well, they say that the Bible speaks that his people perish from lack of knowledge. In other words, we'll die because we don't understand or we don't know, because we didn't look and we didn't seek.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's what it means when it says is people people die from the lack of, is people lose